Miracles begin here, in gratitude. Every sunrise is a message written by the hand of God, and yet so many mornings we wake as if light itself were ordinary. But today, pause. Before the noise of the world begins, listen, He's already speaking. Gratitude is not a polite word whispered before breakfast. It is the language of the soul that remembers who its creator is. When you begin your day in thankfulness, you are not escaping reality. You are entering the truest one. Think about it. You have breath. You are alive. The same power that shaped mountains and stirred oceans has chosen to dwell within you. As your eyes open to the first light, heaven opens with you. You are not alone. You are being renewed. The prophet once said, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning." Lamentations 3:22-23. Each new day is an act of mercy, not earned, not demanded, gifted. And this is where miracles begin, not in the thunder of answered prayers, but in the quiet heart that dares to say thank you before asking for anything. Gratitude transforms the ordinary table into an altar, the morning coffee into communion, the sunrise into revelation. When the world tells you to rush, gratitude invites you to rest. When anxiety demands control, gratitude whispers, trust. And when doubt says nothing will change, gratitude remembers what God has already done. The heart that thanks before it sees is the heart that will one day see what it has thanked for. So today, as we begin this prayer, let your heart soften. Let your breathing slow. You are not trying to reach God, He has already come near. This moment is holy ground, a doorway into peace, a space where faith takes its first breath. And as your soul whispers gratitude, remember what His word declares, "For with God nothing shall be impossible." Luke 1:37. Gratitude is not an emotion that visits you and life behaves. It is a decision that transforms the atmosphere around you. It is the quiet courage to look at what is and still see grace. In a world that trains our eyes to measure what's missing, gratitude shifts the gaze toward what remains, toward the mercy that never ends. When you wake and choose thankfulness, you are not ignoring your pain. You are naming your hope. You are declaring that God's faithfulness is greater than the storm you face. You are choosing to agree with heaven's rhythm instead of the world's noise. Gratitude is faith in motion, trust spoken through the language of humility. Even when doors close, gratitude sees the hand that will open a new one. As the prophet Isaiah wrote, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" Isaiah 43:19. Gratitude is the lens through which you begin to perceive that new thing. Heart praise. The room changes. The air feels lighter. You sense that you are seen, heard, and held. Gratitude invites the miraculous because it aligns you with the very nature of God, creative, generous, ever-giving. So before the prayer begins, open your hands. Picture releasing what weighs you down, making space for grace. Because in the language of heaven, thank you is often the first word of every miracle. Before we speak another word, breathe. Let the weight on your chest settle. Let the stillness arrive like light through a window. You are safe here. This is not a performance, this is communion. Gratitude is not about perfect words, it is about honest ones. God is not impressed by speeches, He is moved by sincerity. Wherever you are, whether the room is filled with sunlight or silence, He is present. The same Spirit that hovered over creation now rests upon your ordinary morning. Do not rush. Let your mind catch up to your heart. Let your thoughts find rest in His promise. This is the pause where the soul remembers it was made for peace. When you pray with gratitude, you are not speaking into empty space. You are aligning with divine presence. Every whispered thank you becomes a seed that heaven recognizes. You may not see it yet, but it grows. You may not feel it yet, but it moves mountains quietly, faithfully, surely. If your heart feels tired, let this be the place where you breathe again. You don't need to have all the answers to begin. You only need to begin with gratitude. Speak to Him as you would to a friend who never left, as a child who knows that even in silence, the Father listens. Now, as we enter prayer, lift your heart. Let every breath become an offering. Let gratitude rise like incense, unseen yet deeply known. You're not waiting for a miracle. You are standing in the middle of one. Lord, this morning I come before you with open hands and an awakened heart. Before I ask for anything, I choose to thank you for this breath, for this light, for the simple wonder of being alive beneath your sky. The world turns again today, and so does my heart toward you. I thank you for the mercy that renews itself with every sunrise, for as your word says in Lamentations 3:22-23, your compassions are new every morning. Thank you for the quiet miracles that often go unseen, the steady rhythm of my heart, the strength to rise, the patience to begin again. Thank you for the people you have placed in my life, the lessons hidden even in disappointment, the unseen protection that guided me through what could have broken me. I give you praise for the storms that taught me to pray, for the losses that led me to your arms, for the waiting that became worship. Gratitude turns my sorrow into soil where joy can grow. I no longer measure my life by what I lack, but by the faithfulness I cannot count. Lord, remind me today that your presence is not earned by perfection, but welcomed through surrender. When my plans fail, let me thank you still. When fear whispers its lies, let gratitude be my answer. For your word declares in Luke 1:37 that with you nothing shall be impossible. Teach me to see the sacred in the ordinary, the smile of a stranger, the song of a bird, the kindness of a moment. Let my eyes be instruments of praise, my steps, acts of faith, my heart, an altar of thanksgiving. I release control into your hands, trusting that everything unfolds under the light of your wisdom. If I must walk through uncertainty, let gratitude be my compass. If I must wait, let thanksgiving fill the silence. Today, Lord, I rest in this truth. Gratitude opens the door to miracles. And so I thank you now for what is coming, for what I do not yet see, but already believe. I thank you for peace that surpasses understanding, for strength rising in weakness, for hope that refuses to die. May this prayer be more than words. May it be the posture of my soul, the rhythm of my days, the song that carries me through both joy and trial. For every good and perfect gift comes from you, and in gratitude I find you again and again. Amen. Today I stand not as one searching for proof, but as one convinced by grace. My heart may tremble, yet my faith stands firm, for I have seen the fingerprints of God in places where logic found none. Gratitude is my banner now. I walk through this day declaring that His goodness is not a season, it is the atmosphere of my life. I declare that every breath I take is a reminder of mercy. Every sunrise is a testimony that His promises still hold. I will not let worry write the story of my hours, nor fear decide what I believe. My confidence is not in circumstances, but in the one who commands them. When the road ahead is uncertain, I will speak life over it. When darkness lingers, I will call it fertile ground for light. I declare that my heart is open to new beginnings, for the Lord himself has said in Isaiah 43:19, "Behold, I am doing a new thing." I receive that new thing not someday, but now. I declare that what seemed impossible is bowing before divine possibility. My home will be a place of peace, my mind a temple of truth, my work an act of worship. I will not chase what the world calls success. I will seek the presence that transforms everything it touches. I declare that no matter what comes, I am anchored in love that cannot fail. Gratitude will guard my thoughts, faith will steady my hands, and hope will lead my steps. For I belong to the God who never leaves, never changes, and never forgets his own. And so I step into this day with holy confidence, not because I know the path, but because I know the shepherd. My heart whispers what my eyes cannot yet see. Miracles begin here. There is a sacred stillness that follows every prayer, a quiet space where heaven lingers and the heart begins to understand. You don't need lightning to know that God has heard you. Sometimes his answer is the peace that now rests upon your soul. What was heavy feels lighter. What felt distant suddenly feels close. That is grace, silent, steady, and sure. As you move into this day, carry this truth with you. Gratitude is not an event, it is a rhythm. It transforms mornings into moments of worship, and ordinary hours into encounters with the divine. It keeps your heart tuned to the voice that whispers, "Behold, I am doing a new thing." When doubt comes, remember this prayer. When noise surrounds you, return to this stillness. Gratitude is the doorway back to peace. Every time you pause to say thank you, heaven opens a little wider, and your heart learns once more how to see. Let this morning be the beginning of a different kind of miracle, the kind that doesn't always change your circumstances, but changes you. For faith that gives thanks before seeing is the kind of faith that moves mountains quietly. So walk gently into today. Let gratitude be your first language, and love your response to everything. You don't need to chase blessings. When your heart stays thankful, blessings find you. May your day unfold under the warmth of his light, and may your spirit stay awake to wonder. Remember this always. Every morning begun in gratitude is a morning already touched by miracles. If this prayer has touched something deep within you, carry it into tomorrow. Begin every morning with gratitude and watch how your days transform. Let this space be your altar. Return here whenever you need to breathe again, to remember that miracles are not distant, they begin here, in the quiet thank you. If you wish to keep walking this path of faith, peace, and divine renewal, subscribe and join this growing circle of prayer. Share this video with someone who needs to be reminded that hope is still alive. Your voice matters in this community of light. Leave your prayer in the comments so we can believe together. And as you go, may gratitude open every door you touch, and may the God of new beginnings bless your path with peace.